Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cowboys Micah Parsons blasted by Browns TE after recent comments. Micah Parsons has always spoken his mind, but now the Dallas Cowboys star is being called out by a Cleveland Browns tight end. David Njoku took offense to Parsons' recent comments on Cleveland, and spoke his mind in return. According to the Matt Fontana Show's Ryan Tyler, Parsons took a casual shot at the Browns during a promotional event for Madden 24 in early February. While Njoku responded at that moment, his latest comments on May 8 show that Parsons' words are still on his mind. "I feel like Cleveland raised me from a boy to a man," Njoku said, according to WEWS reporter Cameron Justice. "Becoming a man in this city, it means more than what most may think." So with Parsons and the other idiot, just talking down on Cleveland is just something I won't accept, no matter what. No matter what happens, I will never accept it. So just, with that being said, respect the city, bro. It's very simple. While he doesn't outright insult Parsons, coupling him in with the other idiot makes his feelings clear. Considering Dallas will play the Browns in Cleveland in 2024, there is now a bit more spice to the matchup. While Parsons likes to talk, it's hard to say he doesn't back it up on the field. The former Penn State star has been a revelation since arriving in Dallas, with his production ticking up year by year. Through 3 seasons, the 24-year-old has a whopping 40.5 sacks in 50 regular season appearances according to Pro Football Reference. He's also forced 7 fumbles and has 51 total tackles for loss. However, Parsons' success is representative of the Cowboys' primary issue: they struggle in the playoffs. Parsons has just 1 sack in 4 playoff appearances, and Dallas is 1-3 in postseason games since the linebacker has arrived. Still, what Parsons brings to the Cowboys is massive. The 2-time All-Pro has generated consistent pressure on opposing QBs, and he also has the ability to help out in other ways as a linebacker. Going into his 4th season, a contract extension looms large for Parsons. He will likely become the highest-paid defender in the NFL when he gets that contract. It's just a matter of when he gets paid. While Dallas has been relatively quiet in free agency this offseason, they did pick up linebacker Eric Kendricks. The former All-Pro is now 32 years old, but came to Dallas over the San Francisco 49ers to play as much as he can. According to The Athletic's John Machota, Kendricks is looking forward to leading as a middle linebacker. "I think I would have taken more of a reserve role in San Francisco," Kendricks said. "Whereas I feel I have a lot left to give and I wanted to be here and be middle linebacker. I wanted to share my experience with the team, share my leadership abilities, and command that huddle." Kendricks coming in may allow players like Parsons to focus more on getting after the passer. However, the Cowboys will need to see Kendricks in that MLB role before shifting the dynamic. Did Tom Brady just take a shot at Cowboys' Dak Prescott after major announcement? The main knock on Dak Prescott's career is always that he has astounding runs in the season. But he always falls short in the postseason. This seems to be a worn-out joke throughout the league, and a lot of stars have gotten into it. The latest person to do so was Tom Brady. Yes, the New England Patriots and Tampa Bay Buccaneers legend took a jab at the Dallas Cowboys signal caller, and it drew some mixed reactions. Well, the key piece of the Patriots dynasty and the leader of the Buccaneers' resurgence is now transitioning into becoming an analyst. Prior to calling his first games for the fall, the slate got announced months in advance. One fixture that was discussed is the clash between the Cowboys and Cleveland Browns. He and Michael Strahan were talking about both teams. Until Tom Brady made a nonchalant statement about Dak Prescott via Fox Sports. Obviously, having the Cowboys on is a huge draw. "In this new role, I know the Cowboys, how important they are to this network. They've got great storylines, come on. Dak Prescott, let's see if he can finally come through." Did that just slip out? the NFL legend from the Patriots and Buccaneers turned analyst declared. Some Cowboys fans were livid about Brady's statements. They even went on to blast and remind him of how his final game went. Dak Prescott, let's see if he can finally come through. A reminder that Tom Brady's final NFL game was a playoff loss to Dak Prescott's Dallas Cowboys. Dak in that game, 25-33, 305 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns, 7 carries, 24 rushing yards, 1 rushing TD, R.J. Ochoa of SB Nation wrote. Others were already hurling vitriol at Brady just because of this statement. Replacing Olsen with Brady is going to be a disgusting mistake. Brady's level of narcissism is going to be unbearable, lol. He already had to sit and talk Dak. All he's going to do is talk up himself. It'll be ing awful. There were some sentiments that also took the other perspective too. They are having the best QB ever debut his broadcasting career during the Cowboys game. I hate the fact these TV networks use the Dallas Cowboys to boost their ratings. Fuck them hoes, including Fox. They will be composed of new players, which means Coach Mike McCarthy has some adjustments to make. The Cowboys have lost a lot of their defensive unit due to the offseason. Big names who will no longer be within their system are Tony Pollard, Tyron Smith, Dorrance Armstrong, Dante Fowler, Jonathan Hankins, Noah Igbinoghene, and Neville Gallimore among others. Dak Prescott is also losing a key pass protector in Tyler Biadasz. However, the Cowboys are getting some new additions before the start of the season. Eric Kendricks, Jordan Lewis, and Rico Dowdle were the biggest additions they had. It will take some time for them to get accustomed to the system. However, this could be their best shot at making a deep run for the Super Bowl. Cowboys could sign $150 million QB as potential Dak replacement, analyst. The Dallas Cowboys could have a number of potential options at quarterback if Dak Prescott leaves. The 3-time Pro Bowl quarterback is on the verge of entering the final year of his contract during the 2024 season. While the Cowboys remain adamant that they want to re-sign Prescott as the team's franchise quarterback for the long term, the potential of him leaving in free agency next offseason is a possibility. One of the potential replacements that KD Drummond of Cowboys Wire proposes is none other than New Orleans Saints quarterback Derek Carr. While Carr remains under contract through the 2026 season, he can be released during the 2025 offseason, a post-June 1 cut. In that scenario, New Orleans would absorb a dead cap hit of $21.5 million while saving $30 million in the process. As Drummond mentions, Carr could represent a bridge option for the Cowboys as a short-term solution until they find their next franchise quarterback. The Saints weren't in on the top QBs of the 2024 draft, but they did select one of the biggest wild cards in Spencer Rattler, writes Drummond. The former Oklahoma quarterback transferred to South Carolina and didn't excel, but there weren't many options at his disposal. Once the top-rated prospect, if he balls out in his opportunities in New Orleans, Derek Carr will immediately become available in 2025. The 33-year-old Carr has been a starting quarterback since his rookie season in 2014. And while Carr has been a productive quarterback over the duration of his career, he's a 4-time Pro Bowler who has thrown for at least 21 touchdowns in 9 of his seasons in the league. He's had very little success when it comes to consistently winning games. In fact, Carr is 72-87 as a starter and has led his teams to just 2 playoff appearances in his career. To top it all off, he doesn't have a single playoff win on his resume. In his first season as a member of the Saints, Carr demonstrated more of the same of what he's shown during his career. He had a solid season with 25 touchdowns against just 8 interceptions for a 97.7 passer rating, the 3rd highest mark of his career. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Derek Carr? Leave your opinion in the comments.